Hello everyone. I am delighted to be with you once again to share an exceptional moment together. Settle in comfortably, take your seat in your favorite armchair or on your preferred sofa, because what you are about to experience through this video promises to be a rare and deeply inspiring journey for every fashion enthusiast. Before your eyes unfolds the Spring-Summer 2026 collection by the incomparable Yohji Yamamoto, showcased on the legendary stage of Paris Fashion Week. This season, while many give in to extravagance and an overabundance of novelties, Yamamoto invites us on an almost meditative journey into the very heart of his art's essence. On the runway, the first silhouettes reveal a controlled darkness, almost solemn. The cuts are sharp, the lines are sleek. One immediately senses that near-monastic rigor enveloping each piece with a minimalist and powerful aura. But very quickly tension arises. Coats streaked with graffiti appear, like bursts of daring against that profound black. Tunics are adorned with flowing fringes that catch the light with unexpected grace. This is the breath of subtle rebellion that Yamamoto injects into his collection. I love this sublime contrast between a deliberate aesthetic discipline and these sudden gestures of creative freedom. It reminds us just how much fashion can be both thoughtful reflection and raw emotion. Take a moment to appreciate this instant when tartan bursts onto the scene, deconstructed, frayed, almost wild against a black background. This traditional pattern explodes here in unruly layers, as if to assert that insolence does not need loud outbursts to make an impression. For me, this embodies the art of paradox as signed by Yamamoto, daring without raising one's voice. Then come the long white dresses with spectral allure. Their panels float in the air like memories, fragile yet indomitable. They evoke melancholic poetry, a beauty that does not seek to seduce but rather to touch something deeper within each of us. This delicate passage particularly speaks to me. It is an invitation to look beyond the garment, to feel the story it evokes. The highlight of the show arrives with the crimson coats, a true chromatic crescendo. Their imposing structure engages in a dialogue with the sculptural aspects so dear to the designer. Here, a single color suffices to impose silence in the room and capture everyone's attention. What mastery of visual rhythm! It is a powerful moment that proves Yamamoto has lost none of his ability to upend our expectations. This show is far from being a mere succession of trends. It is an invitation to slow down, to contemplate fashion as a continuous thread, rather than a frantic succession of innovations. I was moved by this hushed atmosphere, by this stretched-out temporality where every step matters and where silence becomes a language. Beyond the clothing, an entire philosophy unfolds before you. Dear spectators, I am convinced that this immersion in Yohji Yamamoto's refined and thoughtful universe will enrich your perspective on contemporary fashion. Whether you are an enthusiast or simply a curious observer drawn to the discreet elegance of the Japanese designer, let yourself be carried away by this masterful lesson where fidelity to oneself becomes synonymous with avant-garde. To conclude, I was deeply impressed by Yohji Yamamoto's Spring-Summer 2026 collection. Among its highlights, what stands out to me most is the designer's mastery of tailoring and his ability to establish a subtle dialogue between rigor and freedom. I particularly appreciated the bold introduction of Scottish patterns and touches of color, which enliven the characteristic sobriety of Yamamoto's world. The presence of unexpected details, such as discreet graffiti or fringes, brings undeniable freshness and modernity to the whole. However, if I were to express a reservation, it would perhaps be the measured risk-taking in exploring feminine silhouettes. Certain segments seemed a bit too restrained to me, and I would have liked to see more experimentation in the choice of materials or volumes. Nonetheless, this restraint also contributes to the balance and cohesion of the collection. I would like to sincerely thank you for following this report through to the end. If you enjoyed this dive into Yohji Yamamoto's unique universe, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming fashion events. A thumbs up would also be greatly appreciated to support my work, and I would be delighted to read your opinions in the comments. I wish you an excellent viewing of the rest of the show. As today's fashion anecdote, did you know that Yohji Yamamoto has always refused to follow trends, preferring instead to create his own codes? That is the true strength of real visionaries. Thank you again for your loyalty. See you very soon, and may fashion continue to inspire us. Goodbye.
spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits. Our spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits, our spirits,
you.